Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever you're watching this. Hi. Oh boy, this past week has been crazy. I've been overworking myself, so I'm trying to find a new rhythm. And I might move into one area. This is a whole new spot, and I might go back over there, just depending on how my family schedule is. So bear with me. Today's message, right? We have the channeled songs for today. We have Rain by Sleep Token, and we have Lilianna's song by the EA Games soundtrack. Those are relevant somehow. Synchronicity wise, numbers we have 3031, 1331, 1441, 345, 555, 911, 2121, and 212. Hi! And outside of numbers, we have Butterflies, Infamous the game is relevant somehow, Marvel X-Men is relevant somehow, especially Psylocke. Someone here has a Loverboy, Lovergirl personality aesthetic, Lilianna, that could be your name, and Dragon Age also seems to be important. So that's it for the channeled messages for today. Let's get into the message. I'm going to roll these dice and see what house, see what house and astrological sign this will be in. So let's see. Hi, hello. First we have the second house for wealth and possessions. So this will be all about career and wealth, or well, wealth and possessions, right? And the sign is in, looks like 2 as well for Taurus. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place for that to be in, an earth sign in career and or in wealth and possessions, and that makes 22. So alignment, that's funny. That's also the number of the architect, the builder. So are we building a fortune at this time? It's weird because considering the songs I got, it's like nothing to do with money. So we shall see. Welcome in, everybody. Hi. And yeah, oh my gosh. So thank you again, everybody, for 1K followers. I have been over the moon celebrating. I'm trying to think of what to do to celebrate. I was thinking maybe I could do a Q&A type of live to celebrate, where you guys can ask me questions. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear it. Hello. Tell me more about the House of Wealth and Possessions in Taurus Spirit. We have another 2. And this is for Kanaz, so desire, will, manifestation. And we have, I believe, Sabulio. Yeah, Sabulio for, that's hard to see, but that looks like, sorry, I have a little thing to remind me as I'm still learning these. Yeah, success. Manifesting success. Hi, hello. Manifesting success in the realm of career, or not career, good grief. Maybe someone's manifesting a career, I don't know, or a promotion, but we have wealth and possessions. Building. What are you building? Are you building a little empire? Let me move these out of the way. Alright, I'm in a whole new setup, so I'm trying to figure out where to put everything so it's not in the way of you guys. Manifesting some form of wealth. And let's get into charms for more details. I'll move this out of the vicinity of your port eardrums. Tell me more. Give me more details. Okay, so we have music. Music is very important to someone. It could be related to a music career, not sure. A crystal ball for intuition, so following intuitive nudges related to money and possessions. And then we have this little angel, which this represents like your ancestors, spirit, universe, God, whomever you believe in. That's this little charm right here. So intuitive nudges. Ooh, you may get messages from your spiritual team through song at this time. So pay attention to music. let's move this out of the way. So very cool. We're manifesting, we're building. I love it. So, to everyone who's new here, the way that I work, right? You don't have to ask me anything, okay? You don't have to give me anything. You don't have to pay me anything. This is one big collective read. If you want a yes or no answer, all I ask is that you think your question in your mind, and whatever card comes out as I'm doing the collective read, as you're thinking it, it'll have these little yes, no, maybes. That's your answer, okay? You don't have to give me anything. You don't have to put your business on the internet. None of that. That's not how I vibe, okay? So, let's get into it. Let's get into it. What's going on? What's going on with the collective here today? Thank you for the likes. Hello, hi. What's going on with the collective right now about this wealth and possessions? What are they building? Tell me what's going on with the collective at this time. I had a flipper already, so there's an undercurrent. Ooh, the King of Swords. Looking for some truth here. If you had a yes-no question, especially if it relates to the truth, the answer is yes, okay? You see that big ol' yes right there? Especially if whomever you're asking about is a man and they're a Libra. There you go. So, first we're looking for truth, structure, routine, okay? The King of Swords is very intelligent, they're very rational. They are very good with their discernment as well. Very discerning. Balanced judgments and excellent advice. So we're like trying to build a routine because we're trying to call in some form of wealth, right? It's very heavy there. Trying to call that in and see what we can do. So restructuring our lives, routine, kind of going about it in a logical, rational way. Love it. Thank you for the follower. Thank you for the following. Goodness. Tell me more about what's going on, Spirit. Oh, I just saw that undercurrent. Teamwork. Oh. Perhaps some learning as well. You might be learning new things. Oh, and leaving behind boredom over life. So perhaps you saw life as it was, and you weren't quite happy, so we're making changes. Ooh, the Fool came out. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Seeking the truth towards a new beginning. A new beginning in the realm of wealth and possessions. The Fool is all about new beginnings. We have a maybe here. A maybe. It's time to embark on a brand new beginning. Yeah, it's like freedom, originality, travel. Someone here could be trying to manifest travel, adventure, new beginnings. So yeah, trying to make good plans, new structure, new routine in order to build this wealth. And like I said, you may be getting messages from Spirit through music at this time, so pay attention. You're welcome, May. Actually, that card, how'd that come out? Up or down or sideways? Sideways. So, we have sideways here, right? We have sideways here. Whenever I see cards that are horizontal like this, that means we go back and forth. This is our current energy, back and forth. There is a issue in celebration, especially friendships in that area, right? If you had a yes-no question, especially with it relates to like friendships, the answer would be yes. Friendships and siblings. Back and forth, celebration, joy, community, joy, festivity, happiness, wedding, engagement, party, like happy times, emotional fulfillment versus overindulgence, things like that. We may have an issue with feeling like wanting more makes us materialistic. So we may have a hard time celebrating ourselves as well. So like when good things do happen in the realm of wealth, right? Say we want nice things, we want luxury, we want a better position, we want to make more. We have a hard time celebrating ourselves. whenever we do get it, and then when we do get it or we ask for it, we're like, am I being greedy? Yeah, like, am I being greedy? That type of thing. Am I materialistic for wanting nice things? That type of thing. Thank you for the likes. Let's see. Tell me more. Yeah, that's the hard part, is figuring out, especially with Mercury and Cancer. So yeah, especially at home. So around family, around friends. Yeah, I want new things, but I have a bit of a hard time wanting things. Yeah, I have a bit of a hard time asking for the things that I want because I feel like I might be greedy. Yeah, unhappy family, postponed, narrow-mindedness, disapproval. If you had a question about marriage or the home, the answer is no, okay? All right? This is all about foundations, community. So there's an issue with community. That may be why we have a hard time celebrating ourselves and asking for things. I don't want to tap into the past because we leave the past where it is, behind us. But I do see, especially around starting new things with the Aries here and in Venus. So again, that feeling of luxury of home. So anytime we want to like bring better into our lives, it kind of feels like there's this issue. I don't want to say issue, but there's a blockage towards wanting new things, towards grabbing better in our life. So if we're looking for, because we just had marriage here. Okay. If you had a yes/no question related to contracts, religion, or marriage, the answer is maybe, okay? Contracts would also cover things like jobs. Okay. Hi, hey Nix. Yes, so again with that Venus energy, but this one's in Taurus. We moved from this Aries motivation energy to this more grounded, practical, stable, especially with the number 5 here for change. I choose which traditions I embrace and how I do it. So that really steps into that King of Swords energy of trying to find your own structure, your own routine to build more wealth. Beautiful. Yeah, you can see it right here. I'll show you all the little keywords, right? Because I use this deck just so that I can show you guys and you can learn right along, you know, you can learn as I pull. But the Hierophant is all about traditions, okay? The Hierophant is all about traditions. Tell me more. So like choosing new traditions, because we may have an issue with routine in the realm of like work and money habits. That's like our family. We don't like the way our family does it. There's a decision to be made here. If you had a yes/no question, especially in the realm of like making a decision, I'm sorry to say it, but the answer is maybe. I know. Tarot is very maybe coded. It's very frustrating. But more of that discernment, looking for the truth. We have the moon in Libra. Very much in our head. Yeah, facing your fears, choices. Inner conflict. There's a whole lot of light blue and yellow happening here, so I feel like we don't feel very confident when we speak. Yeah, I want to bring forth change. I want to express my desires, but I don't feel confident asking for things. Because when I ask for things, I feel greedy or not dirty. What the heck? That's for somebody. A whole bunch of cards just fell out, which tells me that, like, when we do speak, things just kind of fall out. Yeah, like we hold it in and then it just kind of overpours. Tell me more, Spirit. What's going on here? Thank you. Transition. Yeah, this is a transition period. So if you had a yes/no question regarding travel, moving, travel, the answer is maybe here. I know we've had so many maybes here, and I apologize. I know that's frustrating, but the cards do what they do. Transitionary period. So yeah, healing, progress, moving on, overcoming hardship, journeys and traveling. So again, someone here is trying to manifest some travel. It looks like it's coming in. But more of that mercurial energy in Aquarius. So like our thoughts and what we talk about are a bit unconventional in regards to what we were raised up on. Tell me more, Spirit. Ooh, the Ten of Swords. Okay. If you had a yes, no question, your answer is no. Endings, defeat. Yeah, a lot of betrayal, a lot of not so good money mindset from the past. This is the root, stability, how we grew up. Bad mouthing stood up. Exhaustion. Ooh, severing ties also jumped out to me. So it's like we're trying to escape this mindset is what I'm getting here. This mindset that I can't ask for what I want in the realm of money. I do see your guys' questions. I tell you, a lot of you are new, and that's fine. You don't have to put your business in the chat. Okay, I don't need to know, frankly. That's not how I do things. All I ask, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to give me anything, okay? I don't answer these little personal questions because I don't want to get in your business or put it all over the internet. But as I pull, you'll see these, right? As I've been pulling them out, and I'll tell you what it relates to, and then you take your answer and you move on or you stay. It's up to you. That's how I roll. I don't like putting people's business on the internet. I just don't. Let's see. Tell me more. Oh, all these swords. So many swords. Very up in our head. Thank you, Spirit. Not listening to our intuition at this time. If you had a yes or no question, especially about things like secrets, spiritual matters, that type of thing, the answer is no. So if you're looking for if someone's cheating, if they're keeping things from you, if they're lying, the answer is no. Obviously use your discernment, okay? You're smarter than you think, right? But I have a no here. My inner knowledge is my best guide in all. Bias. Acting on bias or prejudice, lack of emotional control. So yeah, like there's a... Yeah, more of that moon energy. Like there just feels like there's this core blockage around asking for what we want in the realm of money because we feel like wanting things makes us bad. Interesting. Yeah, it's like I feel like I can't speak up. I can't have desires. I can't have needs. I can't want things or else I'm a gold digger or I'm materialistic or I'm greedy. That's that kind of thing. This is collective. This is a collective reading. It's for those who resonate with it. So if it resonates, it's probably for you. Like I said, I don't like putting people's personal business on the internet, so I don't answer personal questions on here. We have the Hermit in reversed here as well. I honor my spiritual self, and the Hermit is all about going within, right? That Chiron up there. Chiron in Virgo. Healing our routines. We have an issue with routine. A big issue with routine. Loneliness, isolation, being reclusive, restrictive, and paralyzed by fear. So yeah, paralyzed by fear, ignoring the intuition because we have a deep-seated wound around structure and routine in the realm of wealth. Like, I can't want these things because I'm unworthy of them. That, like, not even I'm unworthy of them. If I want them, I'm evil somehow. That's not true. That came from someone in your past. Could have been maybe you were religious and that came straight from your religion. I don't know. Your life story, not mine. Well, no, I do resonate with some of this. Thank you. Tell me more, Spirit. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I see the Devil card here, so that tells me there's big self-sabotaging behaviors. It hasn't flipped out, so it's telling me that's an undercurrent. It's not really out yet. And the sideways, outpouring. Yeah, because again, when it's sideways like this, that tells me that's our current energy. So this little journey here between celebrating ourselves all involves these cards I just laid out and ends here. So that's the little journey we're making. That's the transition of celebrating ourselves, being around people who celebrate us, and filling up our own cup. Yeah, new beginnings, new relationships, love, happiness, joy, heart opening, celebration versus sadness, blocked or repressed emotions, in the realm of our mind too, in the realm of our thoughts. Because this is the crown chakra, so it's our thinking processes. That's our current thinking. Our current transition right here is overcoming this little blockage. Yeah, because it's supposed to be the cup runneth over, and everyone gets the runneth over while your cup remains full. More of that Cancer energy, big on the family. Family, Scorpio, taboo, Pisces, escapism, daydreaming. Daydreaming about having these things, having the success, having the wealth, having the luxurious things, but it's taboo for some reason because of the family. Yeah. This is one big collective free reading. Y'all don't gotta give me anything. When I go live, it's free collective. And what I mean by collective is one big reading, overarching collective. And in the very first part, you don't have to give me anything. You don't have to put your business in the chat, okay? All I do is I pull for the big collective reading. And as I pull it out, you're welcome. As I pull it out, you'll see these little things here. You'll see this little yes, no's for this first part. That'll be your answer, okay? You don't got to put your business in the chat. We don't need that tea. It is, yeah. And please don't spam the chat. I don't answer personal questions. I don't. What card was that? That was... Well, let's see if it pops back out. Defensiveness. People like to bring their unsolicited opinions, don't they? There's a lot of unsolicited opinions. That may be why we have this issue, because it's that yellow from the unhappy home. Everybody else is blue up in here except for this one, right? If you had a question about should I text someone, should I go do that thing, should I start something, yes, okay? And this is Leo. Oh man, I can't be in the spotlight, because if I'm in the spotlight, if I'm successful, everyone's trying to knock me down. Challenge, standing up for your beliefs. Yeah, it's like we're learning how to, and there's that solar plexus for confidence, issue in the confidence. Whenever I want something, it like there may have been times where you were like, I really want this thing, and then you were like pushed down, like, how dare you want that thing? How dare you? How dare you like things? Because we're not in a material world and need things. Oh, it came back out. It did. The Ace of Swords. but it was sideways. This was what it was. This looks familiar to me. This is all about clarity again. So at the beginning, we were looking for truth. We're currently working on clarity. Instead of just discernment, we get into the I know, right? Instead of I see, we get to I know. If you had a question related to anything in the realm of intelligence, anything in the realm of writing, so school, writing, the truth, your answer is yes. Okay? All right. Ace of Swords. So this was sideways. So this is current energy again. So it's a lot of current energies. That just means things we're currently working through. So finding community, finding ways to celebrate ourselves, finding ways to, believe in ourselves, right? With this cup runneth over energy. And then we also have clarity. No, yes is in, so like the answer is yes. If you're seeking clarity, truth, that type of thing, the answer is yes. Good yes. Innovative ideas, new plans, intellectual ability, victory, success. So we're currently working on this versus lack of ideas, intellectual inability, failure, hostility, exploitation, unclear thinking, haste makes waste, right? With that Libra and Aquarius and Gemini. So all air signs. So anything that relates to the mind, your answers, yes. Okay. With the sideways though, that's current energy. So as we're working through this, because again, it's finding our traditions, resetting, finding new structure, new routine. That would require being clear on what we actually want, what works for me, what doesn't, what do I want, what do I value, what are my priorities in life. Searching for the truth. Is it truly bad for me to want the things that I want? Does it actually make me greedy to want a, to want a PS5? No, it doesn't. What makes you greedy is you have a full plate, someone else has a full plate, but you want their plate on top of your plate. No real reason. You just want their plate because it's theirs. That's greediness. King of Pentacles. I told you we're trying to build a little empire here. Security. So again, if you had a question of abundance, wealth, stability, right? Your answer is yes. If you're like, will I get a new job? That type of thing. Yes, big yes. Okay. King of Pentacles is the Empress's favorite sign, at least in my opinion. Jupiter in Taurus. Super stable, super good luck. I mean, look at him. He's confident. He's got his nice house right back there. He's surrounded by his abundance, his grapes. He's eating really good. He's dressed like royalty. He's confident. Like, he's good. You're welcome. I'm glad you like it, Sharon. Yeah, getting clear. What is my stability? Getting clear. What is secure to me? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What is good for me? Tell me more, Spirit. Oh, I just saw a card. Let's see if that comes out. Yeah, like as I'm shuffling, right, I've gotten past the whole like when we keep things in until they bubble out and they go all over the place, right? Oh yeah, lots of pain around this. I'm noticing that the shuffling is clearer now and a lot more structured. So it's like we're trying to, perhaps growing up, things weren't very structured. They were a bit all over the place, especially in the realm of money. Maybe you never learned how to budget. Maybe you never learned how to save. You don't know anything about credit. And you're having to learn now. And it is a whole mess. Tell me more. Having to relearn, or having to unlearn old money habits and learn new ones. Very hard. Oh, that one tried to flip. Oh, that's the Two of Cups. Okay. So reciprocity as well. That's a lot of that balancing energy, especially in the realm of wealth. So entering really good business partnerships with King of Cups. So entering good business partnerships that also like friendships, family, business partnerships, relationships, like romantic ones, that contribute to the stability as well. That's also an underlying theme. Like being surrounded by people who actually like are there for you, celebrate you, and business partnerships that actually are good for your financial health as well. Yeah, the recognition. The recognition that Jupiter and Leo again. Or well, Leo was over here with courage, and we had Jupiter with the King of Pentacles. Yes, there's that heart chakra. So healing this, healing the... Oh, this ties into the oracle pull I pulled today of not feeling seen, feeling invisible, feeling unheard when there's no reason to be. Just because you're ignored in a room doesn't mean you're invisible. It means that that room doesn't want to see you, so go find a new room. Success. Again, success. Success. Success in our manifestations, in our desires. Building, the builder number, 22. Alignment, balance. Yes! I'm hearing Lady Gaga applause, right? Applause! So yes, if you're trying to pass something, yeah, if you had a yes-no question about passing things, about winning an award, that type of thing, big ol' yes, right there, okay? Beautiful. Let me do 2 more, and then I'll move into the next part. Yeah, Lady Gaga. I can hear it. Like, as I read applause, it started playing in my head. I love it. Last 2, Spirit, on what's going on. Because I think I've got a pretty good beat on what's going on over here. Thank you for the likes. Aw. 44. More of that foundation and security. Uranus just went direct, too, into Taurus. So, like, getting out of the... like... out of the woo-woo, like often escapism land. Two more, Spirit. And we're fast approaching the actual like energetic start of the new year, where the fire, earth, horse energy fully takes off. We're still in the process of shedding things from the snake year. So like this is right before the jump. There it is, the 4 of Cups in reversed. I mentioned it earlier, right? Apathy. Letting go of apathy, letting go of regret. End of stagnation. I told you, right before the takeoff, right before, it's like in a horse race where it's like right before the timer goes off and they rush the gates. Lack of enjoyment. More of that moon in Cancer. Interesting. And more of that feeling unable to express ourselves with the throat chakra. I'm telling you, somebody here really feels like they can't, like it's not even like disgustingly wealthy. If it is, I don't, like that's you, okay? No judgment. But like, it's like you just want to have enough to pay your bills and then like go on a trip once a year and somebody told you that that was evil. So now anytime you're like, maybe I want to splurge a little bit, there's like a, oh, I can't want that. Why? Why? Get a bath bomb. You deserve it. Yeah, exactly. So what? Splurge a little from time to time. It's okay. We're not here on earth to suffer. We're not here to spend all of our time restricting, denying, and never having anything. Why would we be here? Why would we be on an earth that's abundant in beautiful things that we could never enjoy, you know? Are you not allowed to look at the sunset because it's beautiful? What are you talking about? So why can't you have nice things? If you're not hurting someone with the thing, why is it bad? One more, Spirit. Yeah, getting that recognition, letting go of this never-ending, like, repression. Yes! Get the Cheez-Its! Are they good for you? No, but it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Have things you like. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's like buying the whole cake, but then being like, oh, I don't deserve a cake. What are you talking about? Yeah, you do. You're an adult. It's Tuesday. Buy a cake. You made it through work today. Like, it's alright. People are way too serious about life. No, you don't gotta do all that. I see all these like upside down cards, so I see tons of recurring themes here. It's hard. I struggle with this at times where I'm like, like I just hit 1,000 followers here on TikTok. I'm over the moon. And I'm like, people actually want to watch me? That's crazy. I buy myself a cake and then I'm like, do I deserve a whole cake? I ate the whole cake. It was delicious. You deserve a cake. Last one, because it's taking a minute. Thank you for the follow. I saw that. Come on. Don't be shy now. Yes, like feeling a little shy. Feeling like I can't be seen. Don't notice me. Thank you. Yeah, the fulfillment. Our wish. This is the wish card. Right? It's the 9 of Cups is getting everything you want right before you get your 10th cup. That family, that found family, the love. Wishes coming true, realizing dreams, happiness, positivity. You can read it right there. Right? That's the up versus the down. Shattered dreams. Like, I want more for my life, more of that Jupiter energy. Yeah, with Pisces, having dreams, daydreaming, big daydreams, and that's in that little journey right here, right? It's a little journey, finding our clarity towards what success looks like to us, recognizing ourselves, leaving behind this dissatisfaction with life, and making our dreams come true. What you want wants you. If you're dreaming it, it's meant for you. Did you know that? It's meant for you. I see it here. The sun in reversed. Right now, we're depressed. Yeah. Oppression. I shine my light on the world around me, and my radiance attracts more success. We're not there yet. Right now, we're still a little sad. But we're working on it. Like, we're actively, because you're building, you're trying to change the narrative. I see it. I see it. I see the work you're doing. Let me get into the next part, because I have our what. I want to go into why you even need me to be telling you this at this time. Oh my gosh, I can't find anything. Hold on. Why do you need me to be telling you this at this time? Because you're aware of your life and your feelings and what you're going through. So why do you need to hear it from me, some random lady on the internet? I'm just lighting some incense here, because I want some more relaxation and clearing of negative, sad energies. I don't like my collective to feel sad. Right, so who wishes to talk? I'm feeling this one, my little Fae one. So this tells me that we need to be less serious in life. Yes, that's exactly right. This one is very whimsical. It reminds me of the Fae of fairy tales. So that definitely tells me that we are some dreamers up in here. People who have probably been told that you're not very realistic. What is real anyway? Let's see. Thank you for the likes. The 12, I see 12, which tells me that there's a perspective shift. We're working on it. Why can't I want what I want? What's wrong with that? Why can't I have dreams? Why does the collective need to hear this at this time? I had 2 come right out. Thank you, Spirit. Why do you need to hear it? We have the Queen of Cups in reversed and the 7 of Wands in reversed. Ah. Where'd that 7 of Wands come from? Or where was it? Where'd I put it? In the reversed. Folding on your beliefs. Oh no. Feeling vulnerable or overwhelmed. Not taking the bull by the horns. Okay. So, yeah, we're definitely going through it. People have their opinions. Thank you, you too. You see how this little wolf here feels like he's in a corner, dealing with all these little shadows over here? That's kind of how we feel right now. And the Queen of Cups talks about being in our feelings. Overgiving. It's someone who overgives. So like when we're told these things, we tend to fold and go back into old patterns. Could be giving people money who don't really deserve money, but then they tell you that you're greedy for wanting things. Make it make sense. Tell me more on why they need to hear this at this time. I feel like it's always this super heavy, oppressive energy. 3 of Cups. That 3 of Cups came back out again. For friendship. Friendship. Hey! Friendship. Community. Yeah, community. So this was sideways earlier on what's going on. Why is because we're looking for this. Community. Community. Because the ones we're currently around aren't giving what they're supposed to give. Not enough celebration, not enough enjoying ourselves. Yeah. Not enough having Cheez-Its because we haven't had it in 10 years. Why not? That's such a small thing, but like there are really people out here who feel like they can't have Cheez-Its, which is crazy because like why? The Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords reversed. So more of that lack of ideas. So hostility, unclear thinking, haste. Haste. Haste makes waste. I want to be surrounded by community. I want people who support me, but I feel like I'm always being lied to. Or people might rush me to make a decision before I'm ready. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is young energy, so it's like we're not quite sure on it yet. This is very much learning, researching. So again, learning new money habits. New mindset. Conversations. There's a lot of misinformation. Yeah. Trying to find that community, but there's a ton of misinformation regarding this, and it makes you feel overwhelmed. And like you can't quite grab onto what you're trying to grab onto. Yeah, this would be like looking for advice on how to take care of your budget, but you keep running into scammers. So you're like, I'm just never gonna have a hold on my money and I should just give up. Oh no. No, we just need to learn how to tell what a scammer is. Tell me more. There's a card that keeps showing up in the background. Now that I said that, it hid. Oh, that's crazy. The 5 of Cups. Yeah, regret. It brings regret and disappointment. It's disappointing. Over and over and over. You see how like his mouth is open and it feels like he's drinking everything up, including the trophies? Scammers. People who take people who misuse, who are like, oh, you want information on how to get right, well, give me everything you have and I'll help you, but then they screw you over. Tell me more on why they need to hear this at this time. Yeah, it's like, I just want to get better with my money. I want a stable future. I'm not even trying to do all this craziness. I just want stability. Why is that so hard? The Six of Wands, that was out here earlier. Yeah, not feeling successful. There it is right there. Failure. Disadvantage. We're feeling like the odds are stacked against us, like we can't do it. That would be very disappointing, and yeah, that would put you back in those old habits. I can see it. I can see that 100%. Yeah. I'm doomed to forever be broke. That actually just told me which of my oracle decks I should use later. 2 cards, thank you, Spirit. What is this? The Devil reversed. We're working on the self-sabotaging behaviors, though. We're working on it. It's like we're aware that, like, it's that temptation popping up to just let go of it all, but it's like, no, those are old habits. I don't want to do that anymore. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, even though I don't feel inspired or motivated, even though I feel like I'm not, because the Queen of Wands is the manifestation queen. She's the queen of motivation, right? She goes out, she gets the thing. She's not quite the King of Wands. She's the Queen of Wands. I want what I want and it comes to me because I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm the manifestation queen, right? I don't chase, I attract. Right? That's her energy. And I look damn good while I do it, right? That's her energy. But we're not feeling that energy. We're still grappling with the self-sabotaging behaviors of feeling like we're not worthy of the things we want. So you're aware that it's like we're aware. We're aware that this is a old habit and we're trying to correct it. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry for your loss. Well, stay tuned. We'll see. We'll see. Tell me more on why they need to hear this at this time. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Stability. More of that stability. I've seen a bunch of queens here, but I haven't seen the Empress yet. Very overgiving, so feeling like, I'll just go back to the drawing board. I'm not really in it. I'm not really motivated, but that Queen of Pentacles is upright. Hi, Starry. This is a collective read. I don't pull personal cards. If you want a personal reading, I offer that, the link in my bio, though. The Queen of Pentacles is stable and grounded. That's the upright one. That's what we're working on. Earth energy. I mean, I already said that, but that's what we're working on. I recognize that my motivation may not be there. I may be not feeling the best. I may not want to get up and do it, but I'm still showing up. It's hard. Sometimes I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes I feel like the entire world is against me having extra money, but I'm still showing up. Thank you. 7 of Swords. Yeah, more of that. 7 of Swords is like strategy. Oh. Yeah, that just came through with that purple for the crown, right? The 7 of Swords. A lot of times 7 of Swords can also indicate like manipulation, things, really, really messed up energy in the background. But it can also indicate strategy, so strategic. So yeah, I'm showing up and I have a strategy. I'm trying to strategize. Yes. Tell me more on why they need to hear this at this time. Yeah, this is very much giving follow the plan, not your mood. Queen of Swords. Ooh, but we're hypercritical. That's part of our issue, is we're hypercritical. That is now all of the queens on the board. All of them. We're very hypercritical. Could have learned this from a mother figure. I'm just saying. Could have. Or from a older feminine energy. Doesn't have to be. It could also just be yourself being hypercritical, and that's part of the issue here. Tell me more. We'll do 3 more, and then I'll move into the next part. Ten of Wands, releasing burdens. We have too much on our plate. Too much. This has been a burden. This is something we've been carrying around for a long time, just like this tortoise. Right? Just carrying the entire forest on our back and then some. And it's been around long enough that it's grown. It's got a whole little ecosystem here. Meanwhile, you're just trying to move on with your little acorn. Your little, yeah, acorn. That might be something to look into, is that investing app. But like, trying to have our little acorn, move on, you know, enjoy our little oh my goodness, just find our little thing. And it's like everyone wants to tag along, carrying all this stuff on our back that we don't need to be carrying. Yeah, it would make the journey very hard, because it would be slow, it would be heavy. I've already put my yes/no cards away. Two more, Spirit, on why they need to hear this at this time. Thank you. What is this? 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, very giver, like very take. Yeah, overgiving. Overgiving. Yeah, so it's like you have money and then it's gone because someone else needed it. It's like, huh? And I guarantee it's whoever told you that having extra money was evil or wanting things was evil is probably the one asking for the money. Isn't that wild? As somebody here, they're dealing with someone who's like that, who's like, you can't have money or be successful because that makes you greedy and money is the root of all evil, but they're the ones always asking for that little handout whenever you have a little extra, you know what I mean? Yeah, I feel. Sideways. With the 10 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. Yeah. That's a direct blockage. Because how are you supposed to be happy if you're always giving and carrying all this heavy stuff all over your back? How? Explain. Explain to me how we're supposed to be happy when we have all this weight on our shoulders making everything hard. We're hypercritical. We don't have the motivation. We're overgiving constantly. No, of course we're not happy. Of course not. That wouldn't make sense. Yeah, you just continue moving one foot in front of the other because you're the only one who has the balls, right? Let's get into what you need to do about it. Let's see. I'm feeling missiles. So every time I pull this, that tells me that we're in a little box. We've put ourselves in a little box and we are determined to stay there, whether we're aware of it or not. The problem is, your box is gold. That should say who you are and what you're worth. Okay? Just first and foremost. Your whole box. You can't hide your identity. You can't. If you feel unseen, unheard, it's because the people there don't want you to know that your box is gold and you're golden. That you're an actual deity. I'm just saying. We feel very small and in a little box, but our box is golden. And, you know, when it comes to being in the house of wealth and possessions, that says what it says. Everything we touch turns to gold. Midas touch. Probably the one who, whenever there's an issue, they turn to you and you're like, I got it. And somehow you always got it. Somehow. You don't even know how you managed to do that, but you did. That was you. Yes, it was. Every time. Probably the one that somehow finds a way to get an extra couple bucks in order to cover rent. And you're not even sure how you just did that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, and back to you. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Taylor. Tell me what they should do at this time, Spirit. Yep, tip money, there you go. Whatever you can do, right? What do they need to do at this time, Spirit? Because we have our what, we have our why, but let's give them some practical advice. Well, that was weird. A whole stack of 4 just fell out. So let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reversed, so we feel unlucky. The 8 of Wands upright, the 4 of Wands reversed, and Temperance reversed. This feeling of nothing's ever lucky for me, my life's very unfair, everything's out of whack, and I don't feel safe, is changing with the 8 of Wands. You notice how it's all different energy? Completely different. And again, I told you, the energetic shift is coming on February 17th, which will be a new moon and solar eclipse in Aquarius. And that's when there will be a shift. That will be when just like this. That's when the buzzer to go goes off. And that's when the horses run out of the gate. This is the time of shedding the things that do not serve. This is the time of getting clear on what you actually want. Because the energy that's coming in is going to give it to you. But you have to know what you want. 0, 1, 10. The completion of one cycle and the beginning of something new. I did see your question. I don't have a queue. This isn't a list. It's one big collective reading. If you want a personal reading, I offer those at the link in my bio, but I do not do personals on here. Oh, thank you. I do not do personals on here because I don't like putting your personal business on the internet. That's just me, okay? I'm no shade to any other reader out there. That's fabulous that they do that, but for me it feels weird. I don't like it. The Empress reversed. The Empress reversed. We don't feel like the Empress. We're not resting enough. We're not trying, like, we're the Empress, but we don't feel like the Empress. I told you, we had all those queens out, and the Empress finally came out, and she's in the reversed. 111, manifestation. That literally adds up to 3, the Empress. That's crazy. The Empress... The Empress she's the queen of wands. She's all the queens, of course, but she sits in her garden of abundance. She makes the house a home, right? She's what's worth returning home to. Look at her. Gorgeous. Yeah, we're really out here acting like we're not the whole Empress. Do I need to pull the box back out? Your box is gold. What are you talking about? The Empress has infinite wealth. She is the wealth. She is the abundance. I say it a lot. You're your biggest asset. You're the one who gets up and gets the money. Your body gets up and goes and gets the money. And you over here like, it's not me. I'm not worth anything. I'm not allowed to have Cheez-Its. Get out of here. Yeah, because we feel like we can't have what we want. This is the god of dreams, by the way. The god of dreams and the goddess of suffering, of victimhood, right? The forever hiding her face away, oppressed, feeling beat down, bullied, versus this deity over here saying that what you want wants you. That's literally his message, the Knight of Cups, romanticizing your life. I work with this deity, right? He's the god of dreams. What you want wants you, right? I can walk forward in my purpose because I know that what I want wants me. I'm following my intuition. I don't need to do this anymore. No. It came in sideways. So we're going back and forth. I don't deserve my dreams. I don't deserve them. Who told you that lie? And why are you believing them? Who made them the god of everything? I say it all the time in my lives. Who told you that, and why did you believe them? And now, I'm not yelling at you, because I've done the same thing, right? It's to help you think. Why am I still believing them, you know? Then we go back to here, right? We go back to here. What I want wants me. We leave behind that feeling that the entire universe is forcing us to suffer, that that's all we're here for. We're not allowed to have what we want. No. I'm an empress, but I'm not allowed to be an empress. No one tells the empress who to be. What are you talking about? She's the empress. And there's the emperor. Ooh. Put your crown on. Look, both of them came out. Your masculine and feminine sides, both. This one's sideways, which tells me some days we feel like we have control over our lives and some days we really don't. Most of the time we feel like this. I can't have what I can't rest. I can't have what I want. I'm not allowed to have the things I want. But we're trying to operate from just here. Right now we like, it's like we're working on this part, the structure of the routine. That Taurus and Aries energy, yeah. So every time we get into this, because all three came out sideways. So some days, right, we're like, oh, I don't deserve anything, I don't deserve what I want, I don't have any control over my life. I'm not gonna do anything. And then some days, screw that. What I want wants me. I'm allowed to have things that I want. There's nothing wrong with me wanting things. And we go and we do the thing. That's where we are. They want you to figure that out. Hey! Yeah, they're letting you know that, like, you're the author of your life. You hold the pen, okay? You do have control over your life. Yes, you do. You're already doing it. You're already changing things. You're already changing your perspective. You're trying to build. So you're already aware. Yes, but we're using that King of Swords, right? That was the first thing that came out, that King of Swords, trying to build that structure and routine. We're using our own brain to be hypercritical. Hypercritical. And that's why we feel that way, because we learned it from somebody else. Hypercritical. It's rough. It's rough out here. We're our own worst enemy. It's not easy. Yeah, we learned it from somebody else. The 60 Cups is all about the past, childhood memories, that type of thing. It's not a fun ride. Could have been a dad. Air sign dad, older gentleman dad. Could have been both parents, right? Because I had a mother figure up here as well that seemed to be an issue. Doesn't have to be. That's who it's for. So we learned it. We also learned our spending habits from these very same people. But then we're over here like, I'm bad at saving money. No, you're not. You just didn't learn the right way. If it resonates, it resonates. My father's also a Libra. That's funny. Yeah. I feel like I'm overwhelmed. I can't figure it out. I don't know which cup to choose. The Seven of Cups is all about options. Options. I feel overwhelmed. Like every cup is a bad cup. Yeah, we have all this inspiration. We do have this inspiration though. You notice how it shifted from all this like not so fun energy? Or well, a lot of purple. So a lot in the crown space. Cooler tones into yellow. Confidence. I have a lot of inspiration. So I'm naturally a bit more optimistic. Right? When I'm not comparing myself to others, I'm generally a pretty fun, bubbly person. I draw inspiration from things. I'm inspired to make this change. I am very inspired to make this change. But it's hard. It's very hard to unlearn what we learned, especially over a very, very long time. And we're not remembering that it took us a lifetime to build these habits. It's gonna take a minute to unlearn the habits and make new ones. We expect instant change. If it was instant, we would learn nothing. Thank you, Spirit. That was a lot. Okay, another 4. So more of that. The Magician. Yeah, manifestation. Working on it, right? Some of you may be of the witchy persuasion and may be doing money bowls, candle work, affirmations. You don't have to be. Right? You could just be doing affirmations, you could be doing subliminals, you could just be actively seeking out new opportunities, you know, that type of thing. You're actively going out and trying to make new things work. The Page of Pentacles. Yes, especially around our money. We're trying to bring in new opportunities. We're actively seeking it. Yeah. And the Moon here with Selene. Yeah, it's still foggy. There's still confusion here. It's not super easy to find. Yeah, 3 of Wands. Plans not necessarily coming through, and we're not sure why. But they want you to keep doing what you're doing, right? This was, what are you supposed to be doing right now? 1, remember that you're the Empress and the Emperor, so let's just get that correct. Put your crown back on, okay? They want for you to let go of this feeling of, I can't have what I want, because you're the Empress and the Emperor, and both of them rule their kingdom. They literally have everything. So, same. Not to be so hypercritical on yourself, right? Because if you learned this type of money knowledge from your past, it's going to take time to heal it, to fix it, to continue to stay inspired, continue doing what you're doing, right? Because even though it's foggy and it doesn't seem like it's working, there is incoming energy. There is this burst of inspiration, burst of motivation coming in. Tell me, let's do 2 more. Thank you. Justice. Justice. All the hard work pays off. Karma. Good karma. Yes. Last one, Spirit. Yeah, leaving behind the anxiety and the overthink. What am I doing wrong? Nothing. You're learning. It's how you learn. I'm happy to do that for you at the link in my bio, friend. Yep, that Ace of Swords comes out again. Chaos, the truth. Seeking, clarity, up or down. So when karma comes knocking, when justice comes around, right, they want to see, they're asking you, which version do you want? Right? Are we going to continue to do what we're doing and continue this cycle? of I'm not allowed to have nice things because having things makes me evil, even though that's not true. Do we continue to live in that illusion, or do we start actually figuring out what the truth is for ourselves? Yeah. We have the Two of Pentacles here as well. The Two of Pentacles is all about like time management, getting your priorities straight. They're foggy right now. Get your priorities straight. That's the clarity we're looking for. What are your priorities? Because right now you're not tapping into what your priorities are. The High Priestess is intuition. She's already been up here, and it was in reversed. Get your priorities straight. You know what you want. You already know within yourself. If you go, what do I actually want? And then you ignore your first answer, you're ignoring your intuition. You know what I mean? Yeah, they want you to knock that off. The Death card here. Get it. Put an end to it. And leave it behind. Six of Swords. That already came out. That travel, like getting away from that mindset. Yeah. Leave it behind. If you're like, I really want a big house on the East Coast, and then you're like, no, I don't. It's just a house. Like, what are you doing? That's what you want. It's okay to want that. It's okay to want a house on the East Coast. Yes, it is. Absolutely fine. Not a problem. Okay, so I'm being called to get into the Oracle advice cards. Today I'll be using this little deck. This little deck, it's one that's blank and you write things on it. Felt called to use this one. It's from R. Shout out to R. Thank you. They gifted it to me. Not sponsored. It's one of my followers. You guys can send me things, and I love this little deck. So, before I do that though, I always put a summarized video of my lives after the live. So probably sometime, it's now 1 a.m. for me, so sometime later when I wake up, I will put a summarized video out. In order to do that, I need to do a quick recap. So you don't have to do anything, don't gotta give me anything. I ask for a moment of your patience, and then I'll jump straight in and release you to the wilds, all right? So thank you for your patience. Let's get in. Yes, so that's the recap. I'm going to get into these Oracle advice cards, and my intention with these is that it gives you some food for thought, some extra thinking points as you continue forward, right? Because we're here for answers, we're here for clarity. We're not here for smoke, illusion, and BS. We're here for truth. Thank you for the share. So, yeah, someone may have allergies because my nose feels constantly runny even though it's not. So I'm like, what the heck? So, Spirit. It's my intention that if you see my face, whether on live or anywhere else on the internet, it's my intention that you leave feeling lighter. Yeah, I know, cedar fever. I literally took allergy medicine for that because I'm here. It's not helping, but yes. So it is my intention that if you see my face, that whatever burdens you have, the weight comes off. You don't need to carry it. This is me taking it off of you and shoving it over there where it belongs. Over there, not on your back. Okay? Let's ease their fears, Spirit, soothe their anxieties, and give them the clarity that they need to continue forward on their purpose. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Spirit. Some closing advice for my collective here today regarding the House of Wealth and Possessions. Analysis paralysis. Oh no! We have an issue with analysis paralysis. Like I said, that Two of Swords. Analysis paralysis. And it's probably because we feel like we don't deserve these things. Whenever we have that first answer that pops in, we automatically try to determine all the reasons why we don't deserve the thing. I don't deserve to be happy. Why? Why you specifically? Why are you not allowed to be happy? What have you done? Did you burn down an orphanage? No? Then why can't you be happy? Tell me more, Spirit. Get out of the box you put yourself in. I love it. Get out of the box you put yourself in. Look, I told you we're in this little box, and this box is golden, and we're acting like we're not in a golden box. Come on now. Someone told us it was a cardboard box. No. This analysis paralysis, you're putting yourself in a box. I don't deserve the things that I want. Who told you that? Why are you listening? Oh yeah, get out of your head and get into your body. This will help. Whenever we get too in our head with analysis paralysis and things like that, we have to get into our body. That means grounding practices. That means somatic therapy. So dancing, exercise, just breathing exercises. I know people don't like to hear that. But getting more present within ourselves stops the overthink. It gets us more into the present moment so that we can actually make informed decisions. Because instead of being up here imagining all the worst case scenarios and coming up with all the reasons why we don't deserve the thing, we are now actively in our present moment and pulling ourselves out of, like, not continuing to create the saber-toothed tiger. Now we're actually going, oh, actually I'm safe in this moment where I'm at. I'm in my body, in the now, you know, not in the future, not in the past. I'm right here. Yes. I love when it matches up to what I said. Need I say more? Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. Don't pretend. Hypercritical. Analysis paralysis. Put yourself in a box because you're hypercritical and we're always in our head. And listen, I'm not yelling at y'all. This is me too. I do this. I've done this. I get it. I got it. I've got the snow globe, okay? I know. A very mercurial person. Very much in my head. But yes, hypercritical. No grace. I must go from having no idea what a credit card is to suddenly knowing how to open a brokerage account and have the best investment options and how to save and the best possible credit card and how to not overspend. And, you know, like, no, let's be for real. You're not going to know that straight out the gate. You're just not. You have to learn. Oh my God. I love it. I love when the cards line up. Unless they are living your life or paying your bills, their opinion is irrelevant. I say it all the time. You're in your meat suit, they're in theirs. I don't know why they want to be in your meat suit, driving you around, telling you where to go, but if they're not in your meat suit, shut your mouth. I love these cards. These are ones I've written, so like it's just funny to see my own words. The law of reciprocity, as I said, equal give and take, right? Reciprocity. Better partnerships, better relationships. We want to balance out our finances, right? We have to learn about our income, right? Our income versus our expenses, that type of thing. Getting things in balance. Our input and our output. Having better partnerships. Better work relationships. Better friendships. Better relationships in general. Thank you. Aw. And what inspires you is already within you, okay? So if you really are inspired by people who are really good at saving, are really well, like they have a luxurious life and are able to like enjoy themselves, that's within you, friend. It's already there. You just have to unlock it. You got to learn how to open the lock, open the key. Use the key and unlock it. Yes. And knock the glass off the table. Yep, that's that independent energy. I love that. So whoever this is, you can't have what you want. I'm thinking of that SpongeBob meme. You can't have what you want. Money's the root of all evil. I knocked the glass over. Money is not evil. The person holding the money is evil. Money is neutral. You can use money to help as much as you can use it to hurt. Same thing with things. You're welcome, Liz. Have a good night. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, the dance of light and shadow as well. So again, we're aware of our self-sabotaging patterns and we're trying to fix it. So some days we'll be super in it. We'll be super changing things up and in our body and feeling really good. And then other days we'll go back into old patterns. That's part of the process. It's the dance. It's part of it. That's how it works. That's how you learn. In order to get to the really good habits, we must first unlearn the habits that put us in the not so fun parts. If we just woke up and all of it was gone, we would fall back into it. You know? Because we wouldn't have learned how to overcome when the shadow period comes up. Yep, and it's going to take time, divine timing. No one likes to hear that. What this means is you have to learn the lesson. You have to learn. You have to be part of the dance. You spent a lifetime learning the habits. It's going to take more than a few days to a few months to unlearn the habits that got you there. Okay? That doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. That's perfectly normal. That's how it works. That's how our brains are wired. Even if we're fast learners, even if we're really intelligent, it still takes time to rewire things. And that's okay. Give yourself some grace. We're not robots. Mother wounds. I'm sorry. Mother wounds. That's why we don't feel comfortable receiving. The divine feminine energy is all about receiving. Nurturing, receiving, being comfortable with receiving things. Yep. It can often lead to overgiving. Which is unfortunate. But it's there. And father wounds. Ow. No, I don't like that. So not only do we have a hard time going and getting the things, but we also don't, it's hard to receive the thing we asked for. Oh gosh. Well, that's that hyper independence and then not like asking for help. Oh no. And even if they weren't like super harsh or, you know, caused huge, like even if your childhood wasn't necessarily traumatic and like people were actively harming you, we can still receive trauma from those just from learning unhelpful patterns. It could be seeing how your family dealt with money issues. They could have said things like, oh, well, nothing ever works out for me, or I'm never going to make enough money. It doesn't always have to be like this big harsh issue, right? You could see that they never budget. They always live paycheck to paycheck. They're always complaining about money, and that can cement within you. That can be wounds, right? We don't necessarily have to always make it about people being intentionally harmful, right? Now, for some it is, for others it's not. I just want to address that because I feel like we don't talk about it enough. We got 2 here. Well, there you go. Delays are not a call to leave. They are a call to heal. So again, whenever we face these delays, we feel like, oh, I should just give up. No. The delay is there because it's bringing up what needs to be healed. In order to achieve what you're trying to do, you have to unlearn the pattern. In order to unlearn the pattern, you have to choose different when the pattern reemerges, right? And doing donuts in the parking lot. Oh no. Yeah. Going back, that's when I wrote this. What that means is driving in a circle. So like doing the same pattern, the same loop, the same spiral, think. Doing donuts in the parking lot. Whenever there's a delay, whenever there's a hiccup, we're like, oh, clearly I'm a failure and I need to leave. No problem, Cricket. Like I said, there will be a summarized video of it tomorrow. You can feel free to watch the rest of it. But you sleep well and have a wonderful day at school tomorrow. And glowing up, yay! So yeah, you are glowing up. But just remember, right, that those delays are not there for you to jump off the ship. They're there for you to heal. That's it. That's all it is. Last one, and then I will release you to the wilds. Oh dear. Sorry about that. Oh, I think my thing died. I got y'all. Hold on. It's all dark. Let there be light. Atrocious lighting. Okay, last one. That's my signal to get up out of here. Last one. Oh, yep. Stuck in the mind prison. Stuck in the mind prison. So we're stuck in the mind prison. Like I said, get out of your mind, get into your body. Okay? So every time you get stuck up in this mind prison, you're doing donuts in the parking lot, it's a call for you to get out of anxiety think and to get back into the body. Okay? So that is all I have for you today. I hope it was helpful. Thank you all for being here so much. If you're interested in a personal reading, I offer those at the link in my bio, right? It's clickable now because I have 1,000 followers, so please feel free to check it out. Thank you. Yes, I'm happy to do that there. If you're watching this from the YouTube, when it posts it later, the link will be in the description box down below. Feel free to check those out and see if I vibe with you. If I don't, and this is the last time I see you, thank you again for joining me. Thank you for your time, your energy, for allowing me to be a reader for the evening. And yeah, I wish you so much love, luck, joy, abundance, prosperity, health, wealth, and healing on your journey. Please remember that life is an ever crooked path and you are never off of it, okay? And if you have chosen to follow me and you do like my vibe, thank you. I appreciate you all so much. I'm gonna find a way to celebrate 1K. I'm gonna figure it out. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Maybe a Q&A live, I don't know, but we'll get there. But yeah, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I wish all the same for you. And yeah, have a good rest of your night, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.